Hey guys, it's me KFD, and this is the Predictors podcast number one. Last time was number zero. We went from zero to heroes. You know, it's me, the great Ali of the web. I'm pretty, and then I have my partners in crimes, the shooter,
Hey, what's up, y'all? I'm back again.
and we got Tony Randy.
Tony Rendi, number one. Nintendo, number one.
That's
Sony, two.
that's right, man. That's right. So
I spit all over my fucking.
okay. So the first topic we're gonna talk about now is a rumor is going around about Rare and Nintendo, and Nintendo's trying to get back Rare, and because they want to get back Banjo-Kazooie, and yeah. So Tony,
Uh-huh.
you wanna start with this one?
Man, we already touched on Rare last time. But this time, this is kind of surprising because this rumor just came out like right after we did our fucking podcast. But yeah, fucking Rare, they're damaged goods. I really doubt this rumor. Like they're saying that Retro Studios is working on a Banjo-Kazooie game, but they don't have the rights to use the characters, and that's bullshit. That's fucking bullshit. I don't believe it.
Shooter.
Yeah, it's it would be nice. It would have been nice, years ago. But as mentioned before, you have they're a shell of their former selves, and they all of the real good ones, the real good producers or whatever, they're gone to other places. And then I get aren't some of them with Retro, or am I wrong? Am I mistaken? From Rare?
Possible, but they're mostly with
Okay.
Crytek now.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
okay. We're all with Crytek, fooling around with them and, whatever. And I mean, they're making money. Money's money, fine. But yeah, it's just like I said, if they could form something out of it, it would be nice. But once again, the rights and all this other stuff and the distributions and the hack job, Microsoft, has done with them, they may as well just just call it a wrap.
Yeah, like I don't know. I don't think it's true. I agree with Tony on this one. Um, I don't see it happening really.
Yeah.
Just I don't know. It seemed like some fan made type of rumor bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, that's all I have to say about this one.
Yes.
Damaged goods. That's all. Damaged goods.
That was good. Yeah. So, I guess, are you done with this? Anything else you guys want to say?
No, it's like I said, it's a wrap.
It's a wrap. Okay.
Yep.
So the next topic we're going to talk about now is IGN. Nintendo is the number one video game maker. And this one is like, it's just the irony, man. Like, the irony of it is like, these motherfuckers treat Nintendo like shit. And they had the audacity to give them number one video game maker. You know what I mean? Like, really? I mean, I'm saying, Nintendo deserves it. All right.
Yeah, they better give them
They
number
better get a number one. But motherfucker, the way you treat them today, motherfucker, I could slap you across the face.
one.
Like, fucking piss me the fuck off with that bullshit, man.
Yeah, man.
Anyway,
All those friggin' articles and shit. Every time, Nintendo's lazy. They don't do this. They don't do that.
Yeah.
Blah. There's bitching and crying and bitching and moaning and complaining. It's just God. And then you still acknowledge that they're number one. So shut the fuck up. That's all.
Yeah. What I mean, what they good at? Now they want what they like treating Nintendo like their grandmother that has Alzheimer's or something. I hate to use such a terrible analogy, but you respect her, you know who she is, But it's like you talk about her so bad, you talk about how annoying she is and she can be, and that you don't like to take care of her, and then you just I love you, grandma. I love you, grandma. Whatever. That's how they they're doing Nintendo. Oh, the number one is EAD. Oh, they what did they say? They single-handedly saved the video game market or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, well then how about you? Yeah, exactly. How about you practice what you preach and stop being such a freaking hypocrite?
Yeah.
Besides just falling completely out from the way you used to be when Craig, Matt, and Bowles used to be there.
Yeah.
Instead of just just talking and then talking nonsense on top of that.
Yeah. No, IGN has changed a lot since what's his name Craig left. Really, Craig was kind of holding it up, but like when he left, everything just sank through the cracks, man. Like
I've been going to IGN since friggin' N64 days.
Mm-hmm.
Well, N64.com.
Yep.
Didn't even show IGN in the damn web address and shit. It was just N64.com.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been going there, and then it's just steady decline of bullshit. Yeah, around like GameCube days, and then it changed for the worse. And we got fucking assholes doing biased ass reviews and biased ass fucking articles and shit like on a regular basis. And then people like us who we don't like bias, when we fucking see it all the time, it was like, get the fuck out of my face. And then you make a list like this. First of all, we don't consider you credible anymore. So you damn well, if you want to contain whatever little credibility you got, you damn well sure better put fucking Nintendo at the top.
Yeah, damn right.
I mean, with Matt caught a lot of heat, but the thing I liked about Matt was he was honest. He didn't backpedal like talk about. At least I didn't notice. But see, Matt,
he was fair though.
He was very fair. Exactly, he was fair. He was honest. But then he actually, and one thing about him that I really liked was when the Wii came out, like he was very skeptical about it. But he came, he came back like a beast when he played it and everything else. He's like, this is great. And I mean, he would push a lot of third-party games. He the one game that Steven Spielberg did.
Yeah, Boom Blocks.
Exactly.
The Conduit.
The Conduit, and what's it called? Boom Blocks. He was all over. And Zach and Wiki.
Yeah, Zach and Wiki.
He really pushed that game and was like, he said this game takes advantage. He talked about how much it took advantage of the Wiimote, how difficult the challenge that it had. Long story short, like I said, he was just the type that, and they would, between him and Bose, and Bose is a developer, and of course Craig now is a developer, but they all had, they kind of came from both worlds, so they could like talk. Like it's like, well, you know what you got, and it's it was actual constructive criticism.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It was like, it's like, well, you know what, they didn't do this, but why don't you guys try this, or why don't you guys try that? You know what I'm saying? And it's like it kept people listening, and they sounded more like it sounded more like what we would think versus what what the popular opinion is.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, well, this generation, more in the GameCube generation, more would say that, but this generation. Yes and no, kind of. It's a mixture of that. Like sometimes you're on, sometimes you're off, but it is what it is. But I can't. The current Nintendo IGN team, I can't stand them.
No.
Richard George, I can't fucking stand that motherfucker. I'll take that glass off and start punching him in the fucking face. Fucking Audrey, I don't have to stand that bitch too. She needs some bitch smacks and and all that shit. Fuck.
Who's that asshole that they make him review fucking RPG games, and he fucking hates RPG games?
Damon?
And he rates them like 3s and 2s and shit
like
that.
Oh, but he's not part of the Nintendo team anymore. But I think you're talking about but he's still on IG. But he's
Damon?
Matt Damon. What's his name?
Not Matt Damon.
No, what's his name? What's his name? Yo, David or something.
Damon something. Yeah.
Damon something.
Because he can't stand the Wii, right?
Whatever the fuck his name is, fuck him.
I can't
Fuck
stand
him and his queer ass.
Actually, like let's talk about more of the IGN guy. Greg Miller, fuck that motherfucker, that fat fuck that bitch, fuck the other motherfucker who's on the Sony team. What's his name? That motherfucker. I can't stand that bitch ass too. What's his name? People know what I'm talking. He has glasses, he's kind of skinny, and he's bald.
I don't know. I was done with
That son of a bitch. I can't stand that motherfucker too.
Even with Craig there, I was done with it. Once Matt and Bowles up, I said no, that's it. I mean, I like Craig, of course, but I said, but Craig he's just gonna be a 1P in the pod.
You didn't like Craig?
No, I'm just saying I liked him, but I'm just saying I was done with the website.
Oh yeah, okay.
I bother following.
Yeah, it's like basically a one man army. I understand what you mean.
Yeah, because him and Matt and Bowles would do the podcast.
Yeah.
When possible, and I mean it was. And I mean, they talked about it. I mean, talk mainly about Nintendo, but they would talk about a lot of things. They would get a lot of exclusive stuff, and it's like now, it's like Nintendo's. You know, they're like, well, screw you.
Yeah, it's not. But it's not in the world about the IGN podcast. Why you want IGN podcast when we have us, yo? You know.
Oh yeah, of course. Well, yeah.
We're taking over this podcast.
We're back. We're the real deal. Okay.
We're coming for you, Hulk Hogan. We coming for you.
We come
for you, nigga.
So anything else you guys want to say? I want to move on to the.
No, I'm done.
No, I just want to say Rockstar is number. What were they? 2?
No.
Number 4,
3 or something.
Capcom was 2.
Capcom was 2. Yeah.
Konami was 4.
Rockstar was 3, I think.
Yeah, Rockstar was 3. That's too high. Fuck that.
Yeah, that was fucking too high.
Yeah.
That list could have been, better done.
They could have shuffled it a little bit more.
Yeah.
Midway 50th, I don't know, but Midway should be higher. They're a little bit more important than that.
Yeah, it was all about, to me, it was about more about credibility, not about popularity. And forget that popularity bullcrap.
Yeah. Infinity Ward, like 25.
Yeah, really, that's way too high. This should be fucking 50 compared to Midway. Like seriously.
Right.
Fuck.
This should be last.
Yeah, fucking last. Yeah.
Dang. Dead last.
Dead fucking last.
Next.
Okay, so next we're gonna talk about this article, this blog we read. What's it called? The blog again? What the fuck is it called?
Patriot.
Yeah, Patriot.
Patriots.
Yeah, it's like Patriot.
.com, and this article about 3DS XL, get over it. And he's basically talking about, how the 3DS XL doesn't have you can call it a second circle pad, and stupid how people are bitching about it and whatnot. I made a video about this. What was it called? 3DS XL doesn't have a second circle pad. Laugh my ass off. So yeah, so I said my 2 cents on that topic. But anyway, I don't know, one of you start, Shooter, go ahead, you should start.
Yeah. Well, I loved it. I mean, he's speaking just like we just said. He's talking, talking like us now. I mean, I'm not trying to make it seem like, we have to all think alike or things like that. But at the same time, when it comes to logic, I like to talk about logic. You know me. And and I mean, because it's important.
Of course.
And it's just for somebody, to use logic and say, it's like, well, I don't want, and I know Tony's going to cover this, I don't want these kind of same things on a handheld that I have on a home console. And I like how you brought it out, a home console that annoyed the crap out of me this generation.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Because, and especially with the oversaturation of FPSs and whatever other type of shooters you got. And, it's like get over it. And as our good friend Joe would say, adapt or retire. If you don't like it, then just give it up. You just start whining and complaining.
Yep, pretty much.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm done.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about this second circle pad shit. Like, dual analog is like the most fucking broken control scheme that has ever been hoisted upon us. And don't fucking tell me that you don't agree with me, because everybody had that growing pain in the beginning when dual fucking sticks first came out. The camera would fucking zoom all over the damn place. You couldn't aim for shit. Couldn't do nothing. There's like a big ass learning curve. Everybody went through it. And the way Nintendo is, they don't want people to go through big ass learning curves.
Yeah.
Like give a dual analog game, a shooting game, whatever, to like a person who hasn't been playing games since N64, PlayStation 1, even Super Nintendo. They will not know what the fuck is going on. They will give up.
Yeah.
That's the whole thing about Nintendo. They want people to come in. And then the thing about 3DS in the first place, it already has something that takes the place of a second stick. It's just done better because it's more accurate and it's faster. That's why I didn't understand people complaining about Kid Icarus. You're aiming and you're moving at a pace faster than dual analog can ever go.
It's true. It's aim. It's like the touch screen with the stylus. That's like almost like the mouse.
Yeah, it's mouse and keyboard, except without fucking WASD.
Yeah.
And fuck that WASD. Give me fucking carpal tunnel shit.
Yeah, I hate that shit too. I fucking hate that shit. Yo, man, you need that like analog, man. That shit with the SAD, that shit is like...
That's archaic.
Yeah, I fucking don't like that shit.
Yes, you have more buttons at your disposal, but fuck, man.
I don't even like the button. Like, that's what I'm saying. Sometimes, like, to me, playing a FPS on a PC is it's good and bad at the same time to me. Like, I hate the fact with all these buttons and stuff, but at the same time, I like the aiming. But all these buttons are so fucking cluttered and like, I know, like, some people who've been gaming on PC for fucking since they were like fucking 5, they would disagree with me, but you know, but like, I really started getting into PC gaming. Well, I still play kind of casually, but still, like, I start really getting more into it maybe like in 08, you know. So, you know.
And that's just the control side of the 3DS. Other people were complaining about how it's too soon. It's like, what's the point of it? It was like, you know, Nintendo, it's not replacing your 3DS. If they put a second circle pad on it, that would mean that your shit that you bought, all 16 million or whatever numbers it is, 18 million, I don't know, I'm not sure, 3DSs that have been sold to this day are obsolete. Why the fuck would they do that this early and fucking cut off their nuts when they just fucking fixed all the leaks in this fucking ship? They fixed it, you know. And now, just because I didn't hear anybody complain about this DSi XL. All of a sudden, they do it with the 3DS XL, which actually improves the screen, reduces glare, better battery life.
Yeah, but to me, I find the DSi XL was like, you know, it wasn't necessary in my opinion.
It wasn't necessary. This isn't necessary either. This is not something that you have to buy.
Yeah.
You know? You can buy it if you want, like the shooter. You don't have a 3DS right now, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And
You're gonna get it because it's bigger and it fits your hands better, whatever.
Yeah.
Why not?
You have a choice.
You have a choice, yeah. And people, a lot of people in the beginning too were complaining like, why is not a 3DS XL? Like, you know, I have my friends, like one of my friends were even complaining about this, like, why they don't come up with a 3DS XL and you know, all that shit. Like, to me, I'm like, you know, 3DS XL, fuck that shit, man. That thing's too big, yo. Fucking laptop.
I mean, it's just it's, you know, like you said, if the options there, you know, they're giving you, you know, you got Nintendo actually once again thinking about the consumer. I'll touch on this later. And I mean, and I'm not trying to, you know, qualify them for sainthood or anything, but I mean, wow, they're thinking about the consumer. They're actually making a bigger screen where you don't have to worry about the distance, so you can see the 3D better. And it's what anti-glare they've confirmed, and you know, the better battery life that you complained about, and they buried under the ground like it was something new. You know, and it's like, you know, and then here we go again, more complaints.
Yep.
And as he said, get over it. Yeah. It's like, get over it. It is what it is.
Yeah.
If you want it, you get it. If you don't want it, fine. get the other one. That's fine. They're not going away.
Right? Hey,
It's not being replaced. That's whatever. Get over it.
$170 right out the box. You don't even need games if you don't want to. You got games that come with it. Why not?
It's true.
They are.
To me, the XL is a good improvement from the original 3DS. Like, I don't want people to think I'm hating on the XL. Don't get me wrong. I'm just it's just fucking I just like
you own a 3DS.
Yeah, no, I just like I know, yeah, but I just like my small handhelds. But the thing is, I don't know. Well, I'm not gonna say that I'll get a 3DS XL, but I would consider it in the future. I will not I won't count that out because it has more battery life. It has the the anti. What's the anti? What you call it? The
Glare.
Anti-glare.
Yeah, anti-glare thing, and it's a good revision. So, yeah. And another thing with these people, bitching about, it should have a second analog stick and all that shit. Circle pad. Like, these motherfuckers, hardcore gamers, motherfuckers, like, fucking, if the so-called hardcore gamers, quote unquote, they just like to bitch about everything, yo. Exactly. They bitch about Skyward Sword when it's not that fucking hard to play. Okay, because most of you motherfuckers are bitching about that game, you just don't understand what the fuck you're doing anyway.
Yeah, just like your video.
You fucking idiot.
Exactly.
Just like your video doing the controls.
Oh yeah, the old one on the KV056.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe I should re-upload that one. Yeah, that was a good video. I like the video, but
hold it 90 degrees.
90 degrees. 90 degrees. 90 degrees.
He said, "Okay." I so hard to crack me up.
Oh yeah. And like, these people just need to learn how to adapt to things. You're like an avid gamer, experienced gamer, gaming for years. Then if I could adapt to these things, you should be able to do the same.
Exactly.
People,
like we all adapted to that dual stick shit.
Yeah, people like.
Exactly.
Yeah, I know. Like, people like, they play for 5 minutes. Oh my god, this shit is so weird. Like, motherfucker. Yeah, it's gonna take time. You fucking, you don't give up. Fucking, like, what the fuck? When you play what game? Let's say when you play. I don't know what the fucking game I could think about. Like, let's say Dark Souls or some bullshit like that. When you fucking play Dark Souls, you're getting your ass beat the fuck up. You fucking quit that game and say, "Oh my god, this shit is so hard." No, motherfucker. You continue playing that game and try to beat the shit out of that motherfucking boss. That's what you do. Okay? So, what I mean? So.
You just one more thing I was gonna say. I don't like to use myself as an example, but the fact that I can get on multiple consoles and play Street Fighter, it should show. And a lot of people will say, somewhat, they'll say, and I'm not gonna say act like fighting games are the hardest games in the world, but that's one. If adapting to a fighting game, everybody knows. You know what I'm saying? It takes some, it takes time.
Yeah. Like
all games. I'll just say that all games. But the fact that, okay, I'm big on fighting games, Yeah. I just downloaded, I posted on Facebook, I just downloaded King of Fighters 96, which I've been waiting for like freaking 3 years. And so,
yeah.
And I jump on it, and, I used to play that on the arcade.
Yeah.
Mind you. I never played that on a home console. So this is the first home console I used to play. I didn't own a PlayStation or a PlayStation 2, so I didn't have it on that. But the fact that I could get on that and I'm still able to, do my moves and everything with the classic Pro Controller, the first one, you know what I'm saying? And then
what version are you playing though? What version is this that you?
I'm sorry, Virtual Console.
Yeah, but what version though? Like, what is it?
Of King of Fighters?
No, but like, what console is from? Like, it's Virtual Console has the console. Like,
it's Neo Geo.
Oh, they have Neo Geo. Yeah. That's true. Yeah,
it's Neo Geo, right? Okay. And and so it's, what I'm saying, and matter of fact, and they even give you the option, or not even so much the option, but besides different controllers, but they even show how the Neo Geo, how the original arcade and home console buttons translate over to the controllers. So I mean, they show you these things and everything else, but I'm already familiar with it from playing Fatal Fury and from playing King of Fighters 95 and different things. So it's like, my whole point is, it's like the fact that you're, like you said, if you're a real gamer, you should be able to adapt with no problem. Because that's what I'm saying. I don't play Halo. I don't play FPS as I talk about it, but I got on. I was playing. I'd play Halo 2, and then when it was time to play Halo 3, I was on the 360 controller playing that. It just took me a while to adjust. I was getting fragged like it was nothing. But after a while, guess what? Hey, okay, hey, I'm taking the turret out of the ground and going around spraying people. You know?
Oh man,
You know what I'm saying? It's
the first time you ever told us this, you know.
Well, yeah, I'm just, it's just
Like, I didn't know you ever played Halo, motherfucker. This is amazing. This
Oh
is new
yeah,
to us. This is new.
I used to.
Fuck out of here.
I play Halo. Of course, I play Halo.
What the fuck?
Yeah,
didn't
I
know
played
this
Halo until my eyes was burning.
What
Yeah.
the fuck?
I had a headache. I played a crap. Oh,
Oh, you made it sound like you never played like an FPS sometime when you talk to us like.
Well, yeah, I would play Halo 2, and then I played Halo. Eventually I played Halo 3. And then of course I used to play GoldenEye 007 all the time.
Yeah. Well, everybody played GoldenEye, but I'm talking about like the modern.
The more modern. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the most modern one I play.
Okay.
Don't get me wrong, I don't. But that's just it. And that's the thing about me. It's not my favorite type of game, but guess what? I adapt. You know what I'm saying? So if I can adapt, hey, you can adapt too.
Yeah.
See, even
Complainers.
people, like, just to expand on your fighting game thing, like, you play Street Fighter
Mhm.
on, say, SNES, you play Street Fighter.
Okay.
If you go play Street Fighter on a fucking PlayStation with that 4-button D-pad that they got,
Mhm.
you gotta adapt to that fucking D-pad.
Yeah.
Because it's different from a Nintendo D-pad. I felt it wasn't as responsive. I had to fucking mash that shit like a motherfucker.
Right.
Yo, I don't find that as good, like, because I'm not like experienced in those Capcom fighters, really.
Yeah.
Right.
So when I'm playing that on the PS2, I can't do the moves, yo. Like,
and
Yeah,
and
exactly. You can't do the moves,
Yeah.
but you the more you practice, you
and
start to get the hang of it, to find the nuances of the controller.
yeah.
So
That's
don't really
exactly that's exactly what I did because of those two shoulder buttons, right? I would configure it to where I could use my fingers and everything else, and the next thing I know, I was comboing people like crazy with using Akuma on Street Fighter Alpha.
Yeah.
So it was just, you know what I'm saying? It was, like I said, you do you, and it's like let the frustrations go. I mean, I hate to say it like this, let the frustrations go with yourself. You know what I mean? It's like, well, okay, yeah, well, all right, I'm going to figure this out. And the next thing you know, you figure it out. You're not going to sit back and wonder, I want 2 analogs.
yep.
Okay.
Cry, baby.
So anything else you want to move on to the
No, I'm
next?
done. I'm sorry.
Let me just say one last thing.
Okay.
Resident Evil 4 is widely regarded as one of the best games of last generation and best Resident Evil games.
Yeah.
It only used one fucking stick. Did anybody
There you go.
complain about that shit? Does that take away the greatness of that game? No.
No, but some people complain about Resident Evil 5 though, when it was the same controls as Resident Evil 4. You know that though, huh?
Yeah.
It's stupid though. It's dumb though. But like, you just know those people bitching are those like they just started this gen about that.
Yep.
About Resident Evil 5. Like,
Yep.
so stupid.
Yep.
But like,
They're not real gamers. Trend followers.
I want to say they're not real gamers.
We had
They're
these
like
back then.
they're fucking like.
Why were
they're
people
real.
true.
fucking complaining about this shit Resident Evil 4? That shit shouldn't even got like 9s or 10s or anything like that. Should have docked that shit if it was so important.
No, because you know why people complain about Resident Evil 5 with the controls? Because Dead Space came out and all that shit was this and that. Like, motherfucker, that shit, that control scheme, still works. You know what I mean? It's people just like the bitch about stupid shit, but,
Yeah, whatever. Get over it.
Yeah. So, next segment, topic, whatever. Okay, so the next thing we're going to talk about is
Uh-oh.
how Nintendo is handling digital distribution. With the eShop and basically retail digital distribution with New Super Mario Bros. 2.
Yep.
We kind of hear people, a certain individual, maybe more than one person, a lot of people like the bitch these days, but saying that some people want to complain that the game, since it's it's digital, it's being sold by digital distribution, it should be cheaper than the $40 price tag, New Super Mario Bros. 2.
Hmm.
But to that, I say is like, it's the same thing on PSN and Xbox Live Arcade. You know, when a new game comes out, it's the same price tag. Hell, even on Steam, when a new game comes out, it's the same price as the physical copy. Now, yes, on Steam, the price they get discounts happen fast. Um, on the Xbox Live and PSN, not too fast. It's not that much different from what happens in retail. Yeah, sorry, agent is calling us.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's a movie deal.
yeah, we got
Go on, guys.
sponsor. So, Tony.
Well, I think he got to take the call. So
Oh, sorry, shooter. My bad. Shooter.
Yeah.
That's what I meant to say. The shooter. Fuck.
no
The
problem.
shooter. What do you want to say?
What, and I mean, I'll be honest with you, and I mean this again. I'm all honesty. With all honesty, it really, I was kind of surprised, but like not like shocked, because I was like, well, I guess so. Well, now that they don't have to deal with media and things and shipping, you know, why not make it a little bit? I'm not thinking of like half price now. Well, maybe just a little bit, but at the same time, again, I was thinking, well, they could possibly afford, make it a little bit cheaper, but at the same time, I realized that, hey, they got the call on it. It's not, like you said, it's a brand new game. You got the same thing going on right now. And you said
Competition's doing the same.
exactly, the competition's doing the same.
Yeah.
And then you said it's even like that on Steam for the most part at first, right? Isn't that
Yeah.
what you said?
But it's have
Yeah.
faster discounts though, quicker.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They have, and that's probably the main edge that they have. Now, mind you, that couldn't mean that in the future, which well, I don't know, just like any other Nintendo game, it couldn't go on sale or anything like that. But just because it's not off the jump, it's not exactly a bad thing. I mean, we want, to me, also to wrap it up real quick, to pay. If you're gonna pay for something, you pay for quality.
Yeah.
And we know when it comes to Nintendo's first party,
Yeah.
it's without a doubt this is some of the best quality. And I'm not trying to downplay, any third party games or nothing, but I'm just saying when we think of Nintendo, you're going to think of quality hands down. So it's like you're going off the bat, you're gonna be paying. Yes, you're going to be paying that. I guess maybe now that it's going to be HD 59 or whatever, possibly 49. It depends. Like I said, some of them they might have to actually have deals just like they do now for Wii games. They come out, 49, or 39 or things like that, or 29.99 depending on the game. So to me it's not, it's not that big of a deal.
And to me, the reason why I believe the price is the same, they don't want to compete with, retailers, They still want people buying games at, physical. This whole digital distribution that Nintendo's doing is just an option, okay? It's not much of a big deal. I mean, like, it shouldn't be, you shouldn't bitch about it. You shouldn't complain about it. It's not that big of a deal. You just go, if you don't like what they're doing, just buy it physical,
They, right, and exactly, and that's just it. It's like, it's an option. It's not, I mean, we're still, just like we talked about the last podcast, we're still a ways from full digital distribution. We're a lot further than we were. Don't get it wrong. And then brought a good point when he talked about it. Actually, he talked about it in his E3 review wrap up. Actually, he talked about it before that. Alpha Omega Sin, and he said, and like a lot of people, he said it. He was like, it doesn't matter to me because I want my physical copy.
Yeah,
exactly.
I want my physical copy. I don't care, even if I have to pay $60, $70. I want my physical copy. I'm a collector, and I just want it's my copy.
Okay, Tony, you can start from the beginning since you really didn't get the chance to give your.
I don't know if I'm going to say anything similar to what Shooter said because I was
Yeah,
it's okay.
I'll pay attention to that motherfucker anyway. But
see.
this time I really wasn't paying attention.
All right, that's it. I'm out of here. I'm done.
But like I said before, physical is what I care about. Digital distribution, I don't give a flying fuck about.
Yeah.
And you already covered this, saying that first day sale is going to be the same price.
Yeah.
Do I prefer it to be cheaper if it's digital? Yes, I do.
Mm-hmm.
But I can understand why they don't do that.
Yeah.
Because they're gonna lose money if they don't. Now the thing about this is, are they gonna do sales? Are Nintendo gonna do sales of these games later on? Probably not, considering how Nintendo sells their games in like retail stores. Their shit holds their value.
Yeah.
For a long goddamn time. They don't want to devalue their games ever.
It's true.
So for them to come out digital or physical, to have one cheaper than the other, that will devalue their games, because then people were like, oh, maybe I'll just get the $39.99 one instead of the $59.99 one or the $49.99 one. And then they can never go back.
Yeah.
They want to keep a set price. Does that suck for consumers? Maybe, but really, it doesn't affect me whatsoever.
I mean,
good point.
The game is the game is cheap. The handheld games, okay, like they're cheap, but I know that they're gonna have this on the Wii U and all that stuff, and like I don't know, like it's hard to say because I don't know how much of the Wii U games are gonna be, so it's kind of too early to talk about Wii U, you know. But it's like, yeah. So like, I think it's good. Well, I mean, like, at least Nintendo's giving you something when you buy digital. You get double the coin credit on Club Nintendo. I mean, that's something. Okay, that's better than anything. Okay, motherfuckers won't give you shit.
Yeah, exactly.
They don't give you shit, dog.
You don't get anything.
You get shit. So, you know, you're paying the same price of $39.99, right? If I buy the physical copy, I get 50 coin credit. If I buy the digital one, I get 100 coin credit. So it's like,
see, by doing this, it's obvious what Nintendo wants you to buy.
Yeah.
They want you to go to a fucking store and buy the fucking copy in person. That's what they want you to do.
Yeah. But the thing is, still, like, this whole thing going digital, it was really just a demand by like the investors and consumers, really.
Exactly.
It's really demand. It's like, I don't even think really that the board of directors really agree with this whole style of selling, you know, games digital, you know, because digital has its problems. Okay, that's why I don't think digital will ever be like 100% integrated.
Yeah.
To me, I think it will always be that secondary option. Okay, you know that it can be like we're still gonna have physical copies and we're still gonna have digital, man. You know, but people always think when something new technology comes in, all that shit gonna take over the next and all that shit.
No.
Just like in the '70s when the PC came out and all that shit, personal computers, people thought paper's gonna be obsolete now and shit. Like, no, and we're still using paper today.
Yeah.
So it's like.
People always need a physical copy.
People need to cut that crap and that thing where like, everything this is gonna be obsolete and all that shit. But
we go from fucking writing our shit in rock to fucking shit that doesn't exist. Like, what's gonna happen in the future? Like, our entire fucking civilization, if our civilization crumbles down, right? Nobody will know what the fuck we did, because everything is like non-existent in the air, Wi-Fi and digital and shit like that. Only a few copies, only a few VHS things, a few CDs around here. You know?
Yeah,
like, nothing will tell us about anything about our future. We need physical shit. I need physical shit.
Yeah.
I exist.
Yeah, well, how about that, huh? Yeah, everything has its place and I think, and that's how I look at it, and really that's how Nintendo looks at it. Everything has its place. Technology, and people they want to get on Nintendo. They don't understand technology. They are a technology company. They use technology. They have a humongous research and development that they actually invest money into, unlike some companies that they actually invest money into that researches every single technology. They know this technology. They learn these things. They know how to operate. A lot of them were idiots enough to say that because the Wii wasn't HD, they didn't know how to develop with HD. How are you going to say that? These people have gone to school and have learned how to adapt to every single form of technology since they've been out of school. But my real point, what I really wanted to say is that the digital has its place, and it works pretty good so far for these independent developers. That's a good and see that's where you can see it as it's the advantage it has for this developer, and the advantage it has for this more established developer. Somebody that makes a big huge Nintendo make big games. Okay, they make smaller games, but for their big games, physical copies, or what they're going to be, gunning for. So
Okay, so Igor, I guess we should move on to the next topic, or anything else you guys want to say?
no, I'm done.
No, Tony. Yes,
I'm done.
Tony,
you're done.
he better be done.
Okay, so the next topic we're gonna talk about is Nintendo should quit making colorful kitty games. Oh shit! This one, man.
Yay! We like kitty games.
Jesus.
So
You go first, KFD.
yo, I don't even know what to say to this, yo. Like, seriously.
Do you want me to go? I mean,
Somebody go.
well, no, it's just yeah, I know we're wasting time, but this argument has been going on since the 6th generation. I'm tired of hearing about it because it's something that really, and I know I might be going kind of deep here when I say this, but this is really something that's part of our overall psychological development. The things that we the things that we have been we see between the cartoons, Sesame Street, Pinwheel. I don't know if you remember Pinwheel, Tony.
No.
No? Okay, great, thanks. Okay, with Sesame Street, just different kids shows, Electric Company. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Disney. We all know Disney. We all know Looney Tunes. The list goes on. These things have been made to entertain really every single person.
Yep.
Because when they came out, somebody liked it that was an adult. It wasn't so much when it came out only kids went to see these cartoons or only kids watched these shows on television. No, they were really made
this shit.
for exactly.
Yeah.
They were made to appeal. Now your Sesame Street, on the other hand, that was made to appeal to a younger mind, to develop the younger mind as far as education. However, we never forget these characters. You know what I'm saying? And so when it comes to Mario is Mario. Mario, the purpose of a video game is which is something also I can't that bugs me about this current generation. The purpose of a video game is to take us away from the real world.
Yep.
Not keep us in it. If you want to play those Call of Duties, all those games, fine. But you know what? I want to step out of the real world for a few seconds, maybe an hour or 3, and I want to play this fantasy game Mario. I want to play this fantasy game Sonic, Zelda, whatever, Blues Journey for the Neo Geo. I don't even know if you've heard of that. I mean, and that's a very colorful game, but it's an awesome game.
Yeah.
And that's just the thing about it. It's still a challenge. It's there. And when things are, if they also realize when things are in color, things are, not only does it help with the presentation of the graphically, but colors call things to our attention. You notice that the stop sign is red and not beige or gray. You
Mm-hmm.
notice that the lights on the signal are not. We have a green, yellow, and red light. We don't have a gray, white, and black light or a brown light. Some people. I mean, are people are they noticing these things? Do they not notice that these things keep our attention and keep us seeing things and we can recognize it and it holds our attention and even it's even attractive. You notice why women wear nice bright colors. You ever think of that?
Catch
I
your
don't
eye.
know. Yeah, exactly. It catches your eye, catches your attention.
Burn that shit in your brain and never forget
There
it.
you go. You'll never forget it. Hey, it's important.
Yep.
That's why for somebody that that's might be colorblind, it's going to be really hard for them, especially if they're witnessing a crime.
Even
Go
if
ahead.
you're colorblind,
Yeah.
like your thing with the street lights, they're made those colors just because if you are colorblind, you could still tell what the fuck they are.
Hell, there you go.
You might not know what the hell red is, but once you see that shade or whatever, you say, okay,
Right.
that means stop. Okay.
Right. Yeah, there you go. Or slow down. Right.
See, that's the thing. Being a colorful game, has nothing to do with the quality of the game whatsoever.
True.
Maybe the graphic.
That's a good
It's
point.
something to do with graphic, but the gameplay itself, no. You could be a colorful game. You can be controlled like shit. It could be a colorful game, and it could be the best game you've ever seen.
Yeah.
It goes every single way. To discount a game because it has vibrant colors is just like shutting yourself off from great experiences, and that's pretty much it.
Mhm.
So I don't like making Nintendo stop making colorful games is just telling them to stop making games entirely.
And the thing I don't understand, like these people like talking about like basically all about their manhood and shit. About like, oh, Call of Duty is like, the type of graphical art style, whatever that I want Nintendo to do. Just say those type of dark, technical looking Gears of War looking games. Motherfucker, like, like they're saying like, what, Miimo's just, start making those type of games. But
It's okay to like that kind of style, the realistic style.
Yeah, but like,
it shouldn't be every fucking game that looks like that.
Yeah, no, like Mario and Zelda and Star Fox and Metroid and all the well, I know what the games they're talking about, the kiddie, quote unquote kiddie looking kind of games they're talking about here. But let's say Mario, for example. Mario sells more than fucking Call of Duty on all those motherfucking games. So,
Yep.
The fuck are you talking, like, who has the last laugh? Motherfucking Miyamoto. So, what I mean? Like, he's laughing straight to the bank with this. So, you could say all that crap, but, Miyamoto's laughing his ass off.
And then I'll just go say and reiterate on that point what I was saying about presentation. And that's just it. I'm not trying to go on because what Tony said was exactly right. The game could still be crap, but it's like like I said, you're going to present this game. This is what this game is about. Kirby is about a little cute puffball thing that can eat things and gain their powers. And to me, wow, is that really cute? He's a symbiotic beast. I don't mean if you think about it. If anybody's into comic books and science fiction, they should know that.
Mm-hmm.
But instead, you say, "Oh, it's gay," and then Zelda to me, and I've said it before. I've compared Zelda to Star Wars, and it pretty much is. Zelda is a very Star Wars like game because of the stories. The stories are for each one are very epic, very in depth.
Prequels, right? Not the prequels.
No.
Okay.
I'm sorry. The last three.
Okay.
And well, I'll say I may not go as far as saying the Star Wars universe, but it just has its overall template of Zelda. I'll say, because the template of Star Wars is the Jedi's and space battle and all that. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
but for Zelda, it's what? It's the Triforce. It's either Ganon or whatever dark, force that's against them. It's the fairies. It's the Kuko. You know what I'm saying? The list goes on. To just sit back and try to say, oh well, that's gay. You're gay for saying it. Because it's like, I mean, well, I know this sounds silly, but it's like because you haven't even looked at what it's really all about. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you go sit
judging
back
a
and
book by its cover, basically.
yeah, basically. You know
Like-
what I'm saying? And it's this game, go ahead.
People it's like I like people worry about shit that don't really matter. Like
Exactly.
they want to nitpick with little stupid shit. Like when I play a Mario game, or if I play like a FPS game, like Call of Duty or whatever it is, motherfucker, I don't even look if it's like, oh man, this is too kiddie. I can't play Mario. Oh, this is too violent. I can't play Call of Duty, man. And like, no, motherfucker, I sit down on my couch, take out my controller, and I have a good time. I don't worry about if the game is too too kiddie or too mature or some shit. I enjoy the game for what it is,
Yep.
And people just like to. They're so what's the word I'm looking for? Shit. Was that the tip of my tongue? No, oh shit.
Considerate.
Oh, it was the tip of my tongue. Insecure. Insecure. That's the word I want.
Yes.
Insecure. So insecure about things, like, it's quite sad actually.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like I can't believe people. Like I can't. Like I don't understand how people think like that. Like I just don't understand that. It doesn't.
Yeah.
It doesn't compute with me because like I still watch anime today. I'm fucking still watching my, they're cartoons. I enjoy them.
Yeah, but
That's
like
go ahead.
even with cartoons and anime and stuff like that, yeah, they all look colorful. Some of them do, whatever. But there are varying degrees of like seriousness. Some are like fucking gory as hell with blood and guts and shit.
Mm-hmm.
And some are just like fucking teddy bears and hearts and everything in between.
And that's not a bad thing.
No, it's not a bad thing.
You know?
It's catering to everybody.
Yeah.
Why should everything cater to fucking dude bros, shooters,
Exactly.
and shit like that with the realistic? No. And if you, like I've said this before, if you don't like Nintendo or anything that it offers, I don't consider you a gamer at all. And it's not even biased. Just because Nintendo has such a big, wide,
exactly,
like reach to everybody, different kinds of games, different kinds of art styles, anime styles, cartoony styles. Some are realistic, some are,
Yeah.
If you don't like one fucking game from Nintendo, something is wrong with you.
I understand what you mean. Like to me, like you, as a gamer, you should have at least have some type of respect for what Nintendo does. You know what I mean? Because really, they have done a lot for this industry. They did a lot for the industry, and like some of you motherfuckers, like IGN, man, you treat them like shit. Just like IGN, you treat them like shit, and it's sad to see that.
Mm-hmm. And then they expect them to cater to you.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, and then you want them to do every little women and way, and then and the other thing is this: the majority, with the exception of FPSs, the majority of the franchises that they talk about now, or at least the inspirations for these, started on Nintendo. Nintendo had pretty much the conglomeration or the lock, I should say, for third party support. You know what I'm saying? The way it started. And it's like all of a sudden now it's like, and I mean, you got ones that are saying, well, I wish it the way it was. But then you got some that it's like, oh, well, they don't need it because they don't do this and they don't do that. No, Nintendo does what they do, they know how to do. But at the same time, like you said, they contribute so much. They sit back. They do actually care about not only the consumer, but about other developers. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, they're a company too. They got to make money. So it's like, what, where do you sit? Where do you get off? Saying, wanting and then wanting to turn around. And then how about this? And as far as, like I said, everything except for FPSs, shoot, look what happens. The Nintendo 64 comes out, they had nothing but FPSs on there. One of the best consoles to have FPSs on, in matter of fact. Oh yeah, one analog stick too.
Exactly.
So,
you know, it's just crazy to me. I don't know. You know, man. Don't shooter.
oh yeah, of course.
It's crazy to me.
Or else we wouldn't be on this podcast.
Of course. But
Yep.
I guess we could move to the next topic, right?
Yep.
So the next topic will be we're gonna be talking about people think Wii U is going to fail. You know, we see this a lot around the community, around the web and forums and whatever, and comment section. People has this, I don't know, like they think Wii U is gonna fail. You know, just like Wii, they fucking think everything's gonna fail. 3DS is gonna fail. Wii gonna fail. It's doomed. You know, like when
Doomed
the
since
fuck,
1889 or 87 or whatever.
yeah, when the fuck are you motherfuckers gonna realize that Nintendo's just too fucking powerful, man. You can't stop them motherfuckers, yo. It's like, yo,
Can't stop it, man.
they're like the Terminator. You can't stop these motherfuckers. They're fucking beasts. You know? They're beasts like
Can't
Kobe
stop
Bryant. You can't stop Kobe Bryant. You can't stop Nintendo.
God.
Motherfucker, stop hating motherfucker.
Okay, if you said Jordan, I would have been all right.
Fucker, stop hating motherfucker. Anyway, so I guess we could start talking about the articles, right?
Yeah.
Hearing like there's one article we've been reading about Nintendo is already on track to become primarily a software company. And Tony, you start with this one.
This article was just basically saying nothing. You know, who was this guy? They were former head of EA or something.
Yeah, something like that.
And they have this like title on this article, and basically his entire quote that they had didn't really say anything like that. He's just saying Nintendo knows what they're doing and blah blah blah, but they have to maybe take into consideration that they're competing with the tablets, Apples, and stuff like that. They're not competing with tablets. Get this through your fucking head. I don't understand where this came from. Just because, like we said before in the last podcast, just because it has a fucking screen in it doesn't mean that controller is a tablet.
Yeah, I know.
So it just, you know, I don't know.
Lost for words, huh?
Yeah.
The shooter.
You know, Tony summed it up well. But that's what I said. You know, we were kind of talking. We were doing a little powwow about it. You know, he meant well, and I could see where he was going with it. But at the same time, again, they messed up by trying to compare them to competing with tablets. And it's the same with him by saying, you know, about being Apple being a competitor. That's the first thing he said wrong. You know, and it's like, you know, Apple, while yes, they are on the blue ocean strategy, as mentioned by our good friend, the PMK reporter SS.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they're definitely on a blue ocean strategy, but they have, again, it's a PC tablet. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
you can there's apps where you can scan isn't it something you can scan credit cards, or is some kind of device you can attach to it. You can do transactions with this thing. Okay,
Yeah.
with you know, with an iPad. Okay, this thing
We could
is
do it with Wii U though. The Wii U gamepad though. It has the
right,
NFC.
okay, well, right, that's right. I forgot about that.
Yeah, but
well, I'm just
that's a bad
my
example.
point. You
but
know, you get what I'm but my point is, this thing
Yeah.
can do so much more.
yeah,
And it's
For
'cause
gaming,
It's made exactly. It's
For
made to do so much more. And the point I was saying too, I just remembered it. You know, the tablet. I mean, this tablet, the Wii U pad, the game pad is made for gaming. It has tablet functions, NFC, things like that, touch screen, of course. You know, gyroscope. It has all these, functions, but it's made primarily to aim at gaming.
And
Whereas it,
I know you guys know, but the Wii U gamepad actually has like 3 sensors in it. 3 different sensors. I forgot what the third one.
Yeah.
Accelerometer, gyro, and there's the third one. I forgot what it was called. But during the E-Theater explaining it, and I was like, wow, it has 3 sensors in it.
It's it has like you know what I'm saying. It is made. It's gonna have a lot of the tablet-like functions.
Mm-hmm.
Possible. Like an e-reader or EPUB. Reader for manuals and books and everything else. When all that could come later, but then the tablet. As far as what that does for gaming. It's not really so much. You could play a game on it. You could use a gyroscope, but what are they really doing with it? They're not really doing much with it as far as
it's not the same level of
exactly.
It says the Wii U has 3 different sensors with the level with the
right.
What do you call it, the panoramic view thing?
The panoramic view, right?
What the Wii U gamepad is doing. That's more on a different level than what tablets are doing, really.
And I mean, it just
in general.
What?
It's exactly, and it's
games in general. Oh yeah,
right.
Birds and cut the rope and fucking Fruit Ninja. Wow, Plants vs. Zombies.
Fruity ass Ninja.
Even still come.
I still remember that shit. Fruity ass Ninja
to the Wii U.
It's not right.
Plus, we got the better, more fleshed out games and better fucking eShop games. It's like there's no competition here.
There's no competition, and that's just it. They handles its own, it's like it's in its own world. I'm not gonna say it's completely separate by all margins, but the tablet, like I said, it's people are using these things. These things are being used at jobs now. These things are being used for daily transactions, data transfer, you name it. You know what I'm saying? We're not gonna be doing that with the Wii U. So when people go to Best Buy and they see they look into the PC tablet aisle or wherever, and then they look over the video game aisle. What decision do you think they're going to make when depending on what they're going to need? Do you think somebody from some kind of job or some kind of business is going to go there and say, you know what? I think I might use the Wii U for this for my business. Yeah, no, they're going to go to the PC tablet aisle.
Yeah, of course. It's because the Wii U gamepad. The controller is it's for dedicated gaming purposes. It's not to be just PC tablet. And the thing is, like, we've been hearing, even like, I don't know, saying Nintendo is gonna go software only is ridiculous to say that shit.
Yeah, all that.
It's ridiculous. It's like Nintendo 3DS is selling. Even Iwata himself saying they will return a profit March 2013. Now I know he's saying that because he believes Wii U is gonna do good, and I believe so. Wii U is gonna do good. It's gonna fucking kill. Why the hell wouldn't Why wouldn't you want a Wii U? That shit is fucking cool.
Yeah.
I mean,
to normal people,
if my non-gamer mom and my so what non-gamer / casual gamer sister think this shit is fucking cool, then this shit gonna do good. You know what I mean? So
see, I think that's the thing. People are like jaded or something. It's like they see something cool and they gotta fucking try to tear it down and shit. Just enjoy it. It's like we used to do with games, and just fucking enjoy it. Jesus Christ! If you can't see yourself having fun with the Wii U, then I don't know. Retire, like Joe says. Retire. Hand in your gamer card. Get the fuck out.
That's just it. And they, the other point you heard me say before.
Nintendo. I was going to say this thing. Even Nintendo is bored with people saying that shit. It's not making hardware. People are like, they're tired of that shit. Like,
that's a good segue.
Oh, you think I'm bored. I'm bored with it too because I'm bored with the. Like I said, it's like excuse after excuse. It's like you don't. When you recognize, if you as mentioned earlier, if you recognize greatness, you know what I'm saying? Recognize greatness. Don't sit back and say, you're gonna have haters, and I realize that, but it's like when you see greatness, just recognize. You don't have to even buy it. Just recognize. Don't sit back and say, oh, well, this looks ridiculous, or I don't want to look up, pause it, and then look up and down. Even though it was clearly on the video that you didn't have to pause it at all. In fact, you hold it up in front of your face.
It's
For the. Go ahead.
It's amazing, man. How do you
How do you even compare Nintendo to Sega at all? You can't. Just the circumstances are different.
Nope.
Nintendo came off
way different.
Nintendo just came off with their most successful selling hardware ever, and they sold the most software. I don't care whatever fucking Sony drone or Xbot asshole come at me. They sold the most software. This Gen 2. And all of a sudden, this generation, just because they put a screen in a controller, that means they're dead. They're going to stop and they're going to be Sega now. When Sega fucking died, when they stopped making hardware, the Genesis was a great selling system.
Exactly.
But then, I have no idea why. They wanted to prolong the life. Band-aid that shit, like I said. Stop doing with the smart glass.
Yeah.
Got the Sega CD. That's not enough. 32X.
Nope.
Oh, let's. The Game Gear wasn't too good. Oh, let's make the Nomad. Yeah, that didn't fucking do well. They had systems in development, the Neptune or some shit like that, before the Sega Saturn even came out. They just dropped that. They had a combo 32X and and the Genesis. They had a combo in one system. I forgot what the fuck it was called. Oh, they messed that up though. They made all these prototypes, and then they finally came with the Saturn, and that failed. Full of bad decisions too.
Yeah, because people don't understand is the reason why Sega really stopped making hardware is because Sega
they don't fuck up.
They don't fuck up. Yeah, they don't fuck up. But the consumer is getting tired of was losing faith in them. I should say. The consumer is losing faith in their ability to fucking make a good system. That's why even Dreamcast failed. Dreamcast you could argue was a good system, whatever.
Right.
But the reason why it failed because the consumer were like, nah, fuck Sega. These guys don't know what the fuck they're doing. They're already fed up. So whatever you do, you see, when you don't fuck, you can't fix the fuck up. You're fucked up. Okay? You fucked up. So you can't. You're done.
I'm glad Tony went through that because that's exactly what happened. But people don't, and it's obvious. It's obvious to the people that don't, realize that. Now, those that of this generation that's too young to remember, you have a hall pass. But for those of you who were there back then, you have no excuse. You know exactly what happened with and this guy, whoever this guy is, Bingo, whatever his name is, it's the same thing. You're there. Just because. Just because mobile gaming and just because, what is it again?
Bing Gordon.
What I mean, it's like what just because it doesn't even matter what his name is. I'm just saying, it's like just because they got the mobile gaming the way it is now, does not mean that Nintendo. They just said how much money they have. But yet you're gonna keep saying it's like I swear it's like being ignored. It's like the movie It's a Wonderful Life. I'm sure you're familiar with it. He wishes that he was never born. So therefore, now he wasn't invisible, but nobody knew him when he went back to this life that he didn't exist. So nobody knew him. So if they're treating Nintendo like that, they're treating Nintendo again like they didn't come off of their most successful ever. They sold more than they sold. And Guru, shouts out to him. He said it before. I love how he said it. They sold more Wiis than was it all four consoles combined, if I'm not mistaken.
Wow,
I think if you combine all four consoles with their complete worldwide sales, just about
who
almost or close to.
Guru said this.
Or something maybe not all of them, but at least three of them. Not every single one of them, but at least three. Yeah, at least the NES, SNES, and 64 combined together is how many Wiis they sold worldwide. Yeah. And then the software is another one that's out there.
And that's
they sold.
And this is to add, that's an amazing comeback from what happened with the GameCube.
Exactly.
That is like an amazing turnaround. And you have to thank Iwata and Reggie for this, and maybe whoever's in Europe, they really did a great job of
Yeah.
driving that Wii to be, a
Yeah, that
dominant.
marketing campaign. Was,
Yeah, it was great. Reggie,
They
Iwata they did a fantastic job.
and if they and right.
I'll give them a clap for that, man. Good job, guys. You know what I mean? Like,
I mean, if it
seriously.
wasn't for the fact that the console was made for everybody, and they wouldn't be able to do that. They wouldn't be able to push it like that, and that's exactly what the Wii U is going to be. It's going to be even for more people. Now it's going to be it's going to be for you PC retards and whatever.
You hardcore mature gamers.
Nah,
Because
not
you're
for
so
the PC.
mature.
Not for the PC ones. They're stuck.
Well, yeah, okay, well, yeah. I
No, but
shouldn't
it's
add.
gonna be for those hardcore mature gamers as well, and it's gonna be for the casual gamers. It's gonna be for the traditional Advent gamers. It's gonna be for the Nintendo fan. It's gonna be. Let me tell you something. Widened the market,
Mm-hmm.
and the Wii U is gonna do it even more. You
Yep.
know,
Exactly.
that's what
Yeah.
people can't say. Like
No
people
more
just-
excuses.
like people
No
think,
more
Right.
bullshit that you don't like the controller. You got lots of
You got several
Fucking-
controllers.
yeah. You no more excuses that the graphics are up to par. That's over now. 1080p. So don't
Let's
even
think
try
about
to
it.
say that it's not. It's confirmed. It's been confirmed for fucking like a year at least.
yeah, and those are good visuals. I mean, now who knows? PS4 720 might be a little bit more powerful, push a little bit more textures, but pretty much it's gonna be. It's not. You're not really gonna, tell a difference. Okay, pretty much all across the board, we'll be able to get the same multi-plats that the future systems.
Yep.
If,
No more excuses.
were coming out. So it's like, and if you really don't think that, then then you're a fucking idiot. So 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 Wii U is gonna be a dominant. It's gonna be fucking awesome.
Yep.
It's gonna rock your house. It's gonna rock your world. You know. It's just. I can't wait for the Wii U, man. This thing's gonna be fucking awesome, man. But anyway, I think we're pretty much done with this topic.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. So now it's question time.
Question time.
Question time. Now, we only got 3 questions.
I know. Fucking
No.
slackers.
It's like we're
Oh wow.
very disappointed with this.
Yeah.
Hope you
Step up the game.
step your game up. Like Marcus. Step your
Yeah,
game up.
that-
So
Where is he anyway?
I don't know where that guy went. But anyway,
Oh, that guy. Oh, yeah, the little midget.
He's in the Sony basement
He was on.
getting
Yeah, I
groped
know.
by
He's
Jack Trenton.
yeah. Jack Trenton's putting barbecue sauce on him. Yeah. That nasty son of a. Ah, yeah, Marcus. Now you're with me. I grew tired of that guy. I can't remember his name.
Butler.
Yeah, Kevin Butler. Ugh.
Fresh meat. The dark meat.
Darkness is everyone.
Darkness.
This is fucking disgusting, man. But anyway, let's start
Yeah, I'm
with
sick to the stomach now.
the first question by 1801 Brian, I believe. That's how you say it, right?
Yeah,
Brian.
Brian. Probably.
Right, yeah. What 3 games are a must buy on day 1 for the Wii U? Thank you for submitting this question. It's a good question, and I'm gonna let the shooter start with this one because.
Oh, me? Oh, wow. Wow. 3 games. Let's see. I guess he means for us personally, correct?
Yeah, for us personally.
Okay. Definitely will. Definitely New Super Mario Brothers U.
Okay.
I wouldn't mind. Definitely, especially to have for it's again an everybody game, Nintendo Land. And the third, I want to get. I think I'll get the Armored Edition, Batman Arkham City.
That one too? Or you won't? I thought you wouldn't get Rayman Legends. I thought you like that one.
Oh crap! I forgot about that.
There's
Yeah,
4.
sorry about that. No, yeah, let's substitute that. Yeah, Rayman Legends is definitely a day 1 for me.
So
Sorry about that. Yeah, thanks for reminding me.
Yeah.
God, yeah. Wow, shows how into it I am.
Yeah, but anyway, Tony, what's your 3?
Uh, well,
Mm.
Mario for sure. You can't like people bitch that Mario doesn't launch with the game. Well, here it is.
Yep.
I'm getting it. Um, Zombie U is looking better
Yeah,
Mhm.
than it did before. That
Yeah.
looks interesting. It's a good concept. I think.
Yeah, there's a certain hater
I
on
think
the
I might
web
take.
who doesn't like it, but he doesn't.
Oh.
Yeah, yeah, but like,
Now.
I know where he's coming from. I don't really trust Ubisoft.
no, I'm just joking. I'm just fucking joking
Yeah.
with that.
Yeah,
So.
he made himself very clear. Trust me. He's the last person we know that's not going to that's not hating. I mean, not hating, but he's just not hating.
Yeah,
Just for no
Go ahead,
reason.
I'm sorry.
There is a reason. But yeah, I'm thinking I'm gonna take a risk on that game.
Mhm.
And if no Nintendo Land isn't a pack-in, I'll probably get that. Yep.
That's right. I forgot. It could have been packing. Shoot.
you want to try to pick another game then?
Ah,
Shooter?
Oh, me? Oh, well, yeah. If it's not if Nintendo Land is a pack in, I'll probably get the Mario, Rayman, and Batman.
Okay, good pick. Now me, there's just too many good games, man. For me
Exactly.
personally, I don't know, man. Like, I guess I'll pick up the Mario. I want to pick up Pikmin 3 because I never
Mhm.
played a Pikmin game before, so I want to pick up Pikmin 3.
Mhm.
And that third one's hard, man. It's either maybe Assassin's Creed 3 or Zombie
Mhm.
U or maybe like it's a hard, man. Maybe Assassin's Creed 3 I'll probably try, but again, I want to try Zombie U. There's a lot of good games. A lot of good games in my opinion
Mhm.
that for to choose from in my opinion. So,
it's that launch too. During the launch window, you got Aliens.
yeah.
That's what I'm looking forward to most. Aliens.
Yeah, but that's coming in February, so
Yeah, exactly. But that's the launch.
it's a launch
Window.
window. It's a launch window. I don't understand.
But that doesn't count. The question is day one.
Yeah,
so.
day one. Yeah, so that's pretty much it.
Yep. Good
Uh,
questions.
Good question.
Yeah,
Ryan.
definitely. Yes. Thank you.
Thank you.
Has to make me think a little bit. Let the steam come out my ears.
Yeah, man.
It does that anyway.
Submit a question next time. Now, this is the
hate
next
you so
question.
much.
These next two questions are from Jizzle Green TV. Thank you for submitting 2 questions. You see, we have a guy who's actually working hard. Get the slacking.
What's up, little buddy?
Yeah, man. We shout out to the Ultimate Nintendo Gamers Facebook group again. On Facebook. Look that up, and yeah. So the first question he asked is, Shinnen CEO Manfred Lenzer has been interviewed by the official Nintendo magazine and has said that he would love to see some Wii games remade in HD for the Wii U. Which Wii games would you like to see remade in HD? Ooh.
Is he talking about? He talking about from Shinin or
No, basically he's talking
just
about
in general?
in
Just in
general, like Wii games remade in HD. Who wants to start with this one?
Well, I wouldn't. I mean,
Go
I
ahead.
wouldn't mind.
Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. Well, I was just gonna say I wouldn't mind like seeing like a remastered certain remastered games. I know it's kind of hard because a lot of the ones that had, especially the ones that had really good graphics,
Yeah.
they look just fine,
Yeah.
But I wanted to, if anything, it's kind of unrelated, but I wanted to see a remake. You know how they did the Resident Evil collections,
Yeah.
and stuff for like the GameCube and things like that.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind seeing a remastered Monster Hunters.
See,
Or,
now, it
for
depends. What kind of remakes is he talking about? Is this straight up
True.
like PS2 classic on PS3
Yeah, that's
HD
right.
remakes, or like GameCube Resident Evil 1 remake?
Yeah. That's what I'm thinking.
Well,
of.
think of it both ways. Then this is really
Yeah.
Because a Twilight Princess HD wouldn't be too bad.
It
The
was
game was
to me.
beast anyway.
I would say like me. I won't think about like the Nintendo games because I don't really think the Nintendo games should be remade. Really, it's not necessary. But I'm gonna think about more of the third party games now.
Yeah.
I think GoldenEye Reloaded would be great on the Wii U. You know,
Mm-hmm.
maybe that game. What's that game? Miramasa's Demon Blade would probably look pretty cool.
Mm.
Even though that game is beautiful already, but they could do something like add new levels or some shit like that. They could do something.
Mm-hmm.
But what else? What games of third party there is? Can't really think of any other.
See, it's difficult.
It's a difficult question, yeah.
Yeah.
It's good question, but it's difficult.
But I actually wouldn't mind seeing. I know they redid it for GameCube. I actually wouldn't see Resident Evil or maybe Resident Evil 2 redone.
Yeah, Resident Evil 2
for completely. I mean, like redone, like polygon everything, and you know what I'm saying, and maybe even because how the original Resident Evils were, how it was just it was like staged. It wasn't like third person. Well,
Yeah.
you know how it was. Well, but still having to be able to use to solve puzzles using the gyroscope to solve puzzles and use like a panoramic view or something
Damn,
to maybe solve a puzzle.
Again, man, that's I don't know.
You like
man.
that? Oh,
Again, it's like to me, it's like they did it with GameCube. They did it on the Wii already too.
Well, there has, but that's what I'm saying. They at least do it with Resident Evil 2.
Well, I think what they should do, if they're gonna do that, they should have like the Resident Evil collection. Have like 1, 2, 3,
right?
Probably 4 on one disc. Hell, maybe even 5 on one disc because
throw 5 up there because they didn't get 5.
We didn't get 5, so
probably not gonna get 6 either.
Fuck 6.
Yeah, exactly. They can keep it. That's what I say to it, really.
Yeah, but anyway, thank you. That was. I think we pretty much answered that question.
I can't even answer that fucking.
Oh, Tony.
I can't.
Okay, so we'll try whatever. We'll move on to the next question then. This is Digital Green TV's second question. Do you think these games with a more serious tone, shooters and such very violent games, will still be as popular next generation as they were this generation?
That's a good question.
You go first this time, Tony.
All right. Yeah, probably yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It'll probably just decline a little bit because this shit's been building since Mortal Kombat from 16-bit eras. It's just been growing and growing, and every generation has that one type of game that that just takes over everything.
Call of Duty.
Yeah, shooters this generation. We had platformers or N64. I guess there was a shit ton of RPGs last generation. So, yeah, there's always something. What the new genre will be, I have no idea.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, shooters will still probably be popular in the beginning of the gen.
Mm-hmm.
But then it'll make way for something else.
Yeah,
in terms of violent games, they probably won't. They'll still be around. They'll still be popular. Will they be as popular? Probably not.
I agree with that because I feel like every generation, it has its defining moment to it. This generation was FPS. SNES was probably fighting games. NES was probably platformers. N64 was. What the fuck was N64? I don't even remember.
Well, that
3D
more
platform was that?
Yeah,
more
3D.
Mature titles like.
It was more 3D game. Was this like
3D? Yeah.
They really pushed that 3D, but it was See, that generation there wasn't really a focus. It was kind of like more balanced. Would you say?
A good amount of platformers, a good amount of mature games.
Yeah, sure. That generation was the really only one that was kind of balanced. But even maybe the GameCube was too. I don't know.
Yeah.
But anyway, I agree with that, Tony. Like I think things change. People like to think like, oh, the next generation is gonna be the same as this generation, but people need to realize that things change and Call of Duty's not. I could tell you that Call of Duty's, you know, as the age generation, as time goes by, Call of Duty is not going to be as popular because people are going to get.
Call of Duty might be dead.
I think.
Who the fuck knows?
Yeah, I don't think it's being popular because I think the consumer is getting really tired of those games because they keep like coming out with one every year, and you know it's not.
I get.
You know.
Sorry. Yeah.
But go ahead.
Well, yeah. I think I actually will. No, I don't disagree with anything you're saying, but for me personally, I see the way I see it, and y'all kind of heard it in some of my my videos, is that I kind of see them trying to keep trying to lunge forth, you know what I'm saying, to that it may not be, but I still see them with their mindset of, oh, FPS hack and slash, you know, a mature title, whatever. But what I want to see, and I, you know, what I think we'll see, and what I want to see is what Iwata said at the keynote address last year at GDC, is that these so-called hardcore titles that we want to try to move them to a different direction. Yes, still be hardcore or mature, but still be but actually be a, you know, something new. And you know, and because he said that, I actually, you know, in my head, I was like, well, what would a different mature title be? You know, and I actually thought of, you know, some, you know, a few little things. They were kind of like what we've seen, but they would be, again, you know, adapted or retrofitted with the Wii U control, with the gamepad.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like, and then, you know, at the same time being something new, and then, you know, instead of the same old, you know, because what did you have? You had Killzone, you had Resistance, you had Call of Duty.
Like,
you know,
I just want to give an example. Like Alien Colonial Marines could be that type of game.
Exactly.
You know,
and
that
you're right.
I don't know. Well, I'm not sure, but it's possible that it could be that type of game where it's a different experience because, you know, you have the Z. What was I don't really. I'm not too familiar with the movies, so I think was it called the Xeno Tracker or some shit?
Something.
Xenomorph Tracker.
Like
It's motion tracker.
Motion tracker shit right there. Like, you know, you're actually, you're actually using the gyro, I think, and all that stuff, and looking for the xenomorphs, the alien guys. Mm-hmm. So that's really cool. You know, that gives you, you know, really what do you call it? Interactive virtual reality almost kind of experience. And people who are big fans of that movie is really going to enjoy that. You know.
Exactly. You know? That's how I look at it the same way too. It's the between the using the controller for the tracker or for the scanner and for camera angles and stuff like that, for the panoramic view, that will bring a new, that's just it, that brings a new experience to an FPS. That actually gets you, you know, not only will truly get you into a game, if you ask me, because besides the using the motion control, which possibly will have that, using the motion control option at, you know, for shooting, you know what I'm saying, but to have, you know, something there, having that medium there, you know, to change the face of it, instead of the same old using an analog stick for the camera, using an analog stick for the gun, and a rumble controller, and, you know, it just, you know, that's just it's kind of stalemate, if you ask me.
Yeah. So I think that's pretty much it. We answered the questions, right?
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah, Tony, Shooter. So yeah, thank you for these two individuals for submitting questions. Again, we would like you to submit questions again. I'll have the link to the feed in the description this time. So just click the link and submit your questions, please. You know, we'd like to answer your questions and shit. And yeah, so yeah, man. Like, thank you for watching, guys. Again, rate and comment. And yeah.
Peace out.
Peace out. You know, that's a wrap.
And this is Morgan Freeman saying, make sure that when you play your games, You play them to have fun and to be real. Thank you
This
and good
is
night.
CNN.
That's the wrong person, Tony.
And that's a wrap.